can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't.
Oh. And I was muted all that time. So it don't matter. Nobody was on here. But anyway, what I was saying is they're very good at what they do. You know, I took a couple of weeks off. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, and my brain needed to rest. Too much, even for my brain to absorb, even though I absorbed it all. But like it gets to the point where you got to rest your mind. Or else you'll lose it. I mean, this is just crazy what's going on out there. I mean, and they make you forget everything. They're professionals at it. Hey, and what's up, Alexio? We got Alexio in the house. We got Grim Sleeper. And we got Scriptures and Chill. So, you know, I was talking about before when I was muted, because I didn't realize I was muted. For an example, these biolabs is like, I don't know. Now they're saying there's around 35 of them they found. I mean, why were they there? The lady gets into Congress and she admits they're there and she says they're for research. I mean, give me a break. We don't got 35 biolabs in Ukraine, and we're in war in Ukraine, and it's all bullshit. Come on now. How much bullshit are they going to throw at us? That's what I like to know. And, you know, before I forget, let me go into YouTube, put the, if anybody wants to jump in, let me put the link. I always forget to do that. And here we go. Let me put the link in there. Right. And let's see. Should be there. All right, the link is there. It's pasted on the top. Anybody wants to jump in. So I took a couple of weeks off. Had to rest my brain. That's the bottom line. Too much shit. I can't put up with a lot of the shit anymore. It's just ridiculous that everybody is basically forgetting about everything, what they're doing. I mean, because those biolabs, we should have had answers already, but we didn't get no answers. What they do is they're geniuses. They make believe, the media just makes believe nothing happened. They all play silent. They never talk about it. And you end up forgetting about it after a while. And then they'll come back later with a whole twist. Okay, like they're doing with January 6th. They made you forget about it for a while. Now they're coming back because you forgot what really happened. Not that I forgot, but most people forget. for some reason. I never forget. My head's like an elephant. And they make you really forget what really happened because we all seen it. And now they're making a big issue out of it because it's a distraction. Okay? And they're trying to change the truth. And this is what the hell they do. They're great at it. They change the truth. They just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing down your throat with their bullshit agenda. And they try to make you believe that there really was a resurrection like going on over there. Like, really? They were opening up the gates, letting people in. Then they'll show you one clip where one person pushed to like the gate and they make it like the whole place did that. But they don't show you the 20 cops letting the people in. They don't show you that. So it's all bullshit, people. Don't believe everything you see out there. You got to start to remember things, though. I mean, people, we have to start to remember. If we don't remember things, we're going to have problems. Because they just keep pushing the envelope. Yeah, I'll show you something. I mean, I could show you a million things because I got a million things going on in my brain. But here's an example. So you got this guy from My Pillow, who's a patriot, who's going into the election fraud stuff. And you got Walmart, which I'm just never going. You know, I walked into Walmart the other day and I didn't buy anything. I just walked around. I passed a little time. I wanted to see some of the shit they had. And even I seen something I wanted, I didn't even buy it in there. The only way I'm going to buy anything in Walmart, if there's a food shortage and nobody else got food but Walmart, then I'll have no choice. But here you go. So if you are an American that believes in freedom, do not buy anything at Walmart. Okay? Look at what they're doing. They pulled My Pillow's products from their stores because they don't want people that talk about their corruption. See, now the election's coming up. So they're really going to start, even YouTube's going to start getting heavy on the election fraud bullshit. They're going to start banning people. They're going to just keep censoring everybody. So he's saying that'll be a removal of 10 million hit to his company, but he's going to make it up somehow. Don't worry. When this is all over, we'll remember fucking Walmart. Okay? Walmart, we're going to remember you. And for anybody listening or tuning into this, don't buy anything at Walmart if you don't have to. I mean, unless you're getting desperate. Same thing with Amazon, you know. Once in a blue moon, I would say I cut my Amazon purchases by 90%, and I cut my Walmart purchases by probably 100%. Or 90, let's say 99, because I don't know. Maybe one day I'm going to go in there and buy something I can't get anywhere else. All right? Like they had these giant cans of grated cheese that I liked. I still didn't go buy it. I pay more money for it somewhere else, but I'm trying my hardest. But this is what they do. They're trying to make us forget everything. I'm going to go over a lot of different stuff today. I got a bunch of stuff that I can bring up. All right? Just a whole ton of stuff I could bring up. I'm going to look for something now. I'm going to look for a topic that I wanted to talk about today. All right. So, and another thing, we got all this, now all of a sudden we got monkeypox. I mean, are we in the movie 12 Monkeys? And they're going to say, you know, if you ever seen the movie 12 Monkeys, there's a monkeypox that hits and people just overlook it. They don't pay attention. And they're like, nah, no big deal. And that's basically what's going on right now. They say like 20 people got it in New York. I think it was 18 yesterday, they said. And this is the craziest part. This was on the radio. I didn't say this. The guy on the radio says, and most people who are catching the monkeypox are men having sex with men. So what do we got? Another AIDS pandemic coming, but they're calling it monkeypox? Like, what the hell are they talking about? This was on the radio yesterday. I listened to it. Here you got old Bill Clinton, the demon saying, says fair chance U.S. could lose constitutional democracy. So you even got him saying it. They're setting you up. They're setting us up. They're going for the kill. You know, they are going for the kill. There's no doubt about it. Let's look at some news. I'm going to go to a couple of people that kind of tell the truth on the right side instead of the left side, which I like better. I don't like looking at the left side bullshit. All right, so here we go. Let's go to the gateway. So it's saying here we got an article. It was 50 years ago today. Roger Stone sets the record straight on the Watergate break-in and President Nixon. You can see how young he is in there. Hillary Clinton calls Trump supporters a clear and present danger to American democracy. So, you know, if you vote for a Republican, I guess you're a threat to their demonocracy, I call it. You know, demons. Because, look, you could believe whatever you want. There has to be some type of demons out there controlling these people. They can't. You can't be this evil. You just can't. It makes no sense whatsoever in anybody's logical mind that these evil people could be this greedy without some kind of spiritual evil forces inside their bodies or behind them or brain talking to their brain. I don't know. Something's going on. And let's see what we got. We got global. Hey, how are you? If you ever want a network, that's network I'm calling it. That's how crazy I am. If you want a YouTube show and you're up late at night or whatever, this Global FM, they're on like 24 hours a day. So Walmart family just bought the Denver Broncos. Yeah, for $4. It figures they buy it in Denver because that's where they got that shelter over there. They'll probably all go into that bomb shelter up in the Colorado mountains when they decide to unleash chaos on us. Because you have to understand, there's good guys and there's bad guys fighting right now. Not every, hold on. I have to clear my throat. Not every billionaire, not every rich and powerful man is evil, right? So there are some good people in the background fighting. And the bad guys, let's just call them the black hats, because we got the white hats and the black hats. That's what a lot of people talk about. These black hats are rootless. They don't care about people. They only care about them. They have no morals. They have no passion inside them. Nothing. They're like cold rock stone. They only care about their money and power, and they want to be in control. And we got Numi. Yep, good to see me again. Yeah, I took a couple of weeks off. This YouTube, you know, talking about all this stuff it burns you out after a while. There's so much evil going on. I see it. I kind of didn't even look at the news for a while. I took a break and Primal. And, you know, you got to take a break from this. Sometimes you got to just like walk away and don't even look at the news for a couple of weeks. I was playing a demon hunter game, so I was having fun with it. I don't know if you guys ever played Diablo. They came out with a new game called Immortal. So, you know, me, I like to hunt demons. So it was a game right up my alley. You just get in there and start hunting demons. So I kept myself busy with that instead of getting myself crazy, looking at all this shit going on because they're bringing the country to bankruptcy. Flat currency, fractional lending, the Fed rate, anyone wealthy of the book, this is corrupt system, knows exactly how evil they are. Yeah, it's so corrupt that it's in your face now and you can't even stop it. That's how bad it is. You know, just say go back 50 years ago, you know, they were corrupt people, but people were going to jail. Like even with Nixon, there weren't enough corrupt politicians in control to stop it. So now there's so many corrupt politicians, whether they're evil, corrupted, leveraged, that they control everything. Nobody's getting arrested. Nobody's going to jail. And everything's a show. They just keep throwing distractions at you. They're throwing January 6th out there, heavy duty. Elections coming up, and they want to keep you so occupied about thinking about if you're a patriot and you open your mouth, they're going to come arrest you. Because that's what the FBI wants to do. They're like the new Gestapo. They come arresting people for anything. They arrested those people that just walked in that building that day. Oh, shit. Who got pop started? They're in control of Pikes Peak, the multi-trillion-dollar granite tunnel system, a highly symbolic 40 miles west of Denver, Colorado, on the Front Range. Yep. Well, their last resort is, I think they're all good guys and bad guys, white hats, black hats, and I think the white hats have to do everything slowly because the black hats have told them that we'll just nuke everything if you guys keep it up. Like, when they get real desperate, they're gonna unleash chaos on us and go hide in their tunnels. So hopefully we could find them and throw them outside too and let them all go. I mean, if we're all gonna go, we might as well take them with us, right? Yep. And Nick Nielsen says you got to clear your mindset. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, people got to wake up. They are. But I'll tell you the truth. I'm gonna do a live show in New Jersey to prove to you guys. Now, I don't know where you guys are from, but I'm in New Jersey right now, and nobody's woke up over here. Everybody's in a coma. I talk to people, and they think like everything's all good and dandy, like, you know, until they're really. I walked into Walgreens yesterday, and they got a 4-door giant freezer, like the big doors, and there was 2 pieces of ice cream in there, and the thing was empty, where you could fit probably 1,000 different pieces of ice cream and frozen food and stuff. And I said to the guy, I said, "Why is this freezer so empty?" He said, "We haven't gotten a delivery in 2 weeks." So, you know, you may think there's no food shortages, but there is. Now, some companies are still getting their deliveries. I go to a shop right out here. It's packed with food. But eventually, when you start going into these stores and you start seeing a lot of different things missing, you're going to realize that the food shortage is coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming. And these are little signs of it, just like the baby. I mean, a woman can't even get tampons now. I mean, could you imagine this shit? We live in America. We got a baby formula shortage and a tampon shortage. I mean, is that crazy? Well, I got a suggestion for all the liberal women that can't get tampons. Just take your mask off and use that. That's all. You got to, hey, you know, instead of wearing your mask, you're going to have to use it for something else. Because it's ridiculous. A tampon shortage? I mean, really? Like, what did they do? They sat up there and they said, hey, what can we do to create a shortage of something to like annoy them? And they decided it was tampons. I mean, really? So let's see what we got here. Here you got New York City Mayor Eric Adams endorses child grooming. Drag storytellers and libraries and the schools that support them are core to what your city embraces. So I guess this is what they want in the schools. I know people aren't putting up with it. So there's maybe one classroom in a real liberal area in New York, because there's a few areas in New York where the whole area is like LBGT. So maybe that's the school they put it in, because you try to do that in Staten Island, New York, and the parents will be up there. It'll be bloody massacre. So it's all bullshit. This is the shit they put in the news to get you crazy. New Jersey school district sued for racism against white students. So this is another thing. They want they want the black people to concentrate on the white people are their enemy, when the black people should realize that the real enemy is the government. And there are black politicians up there that aren't helping them, and there are white politicians that aren't helping them either. We got to stop fighting each other, and we got to start to stick together because we all bleed red, and when we're all going to be in the same foxhole together. So black and white, it ain't going to matter soon. We'll all be waiting on the same breadline together. All right. I mean, a lot of these people are getting caught, but it's all show business to keep you distracted. They catch these low-level people doing stuff, and they don't go to jail anyway. So, man driving car with anti-Trump bumper sticker crashes into Trump merchandise store with employee inside. I mean, really? Is there really somebody that would do that? I don't know. Iowa is set to ban abortions after state court strikes down the right to the procedure. So we got a lot of anti-abortion, pro-anti-abortion going on right now. You know, I believe abortion is murder myself. That's my opinion. All right. Let's see. What's up, Christian? And I wonder how many sheeple are who have done actual crime. There's quite a bit of people they're letting out, especially in these like blue states. California is bad. They let out a guy that should have been in jail, and he ended up killing 2 cops. That happened the other day. I don't know if any of you heard about it. The cops ended up killing him too, but both of them died. He was in jail, and they let him out. He got arrested for like possession of a weapon, and he wasn't even in jail. And then they let him out. And then the guy was having a fight with his girlfriend or something. The cops responded. This is in California. And supposedly when the cops heard screaming, they entered and there was a shootout. The 2 police officers were killed. And the gentleman, well, not gentleman, the criminal that shot them, he was killed also. So this is the shit that's going on. A lot of stuff to do. Get rid of guns. They want to get your guns, you know. All right. Who we got to go? Joe Biden physically pulls Joe away from reporters. And this one here, this new press secretary, I thought I couldn't hate the last press secretary, anybody worse than her. And this girl here, she tops it. She'll talk about anything, and no matter what she says at the end of her sentence, it's racist. So she could be saying, look, we got no baby formula because the white people are taking it all. It's racist. We got no tampons for women because all the white women have it. It's racist. And it's all Putin's fault. This is the shit that they talk. If anybody wants to come up, by the way, there is a link there. I put it on the top. So here's one that's real good. I mean, is this shit really going down? Or is this all bullshit? Are these guys, is this CGI with guns in their hands, or did they really pull this shit off? So Patriot Front protesters released body cam video of their arrest. Police and feds sent at least 10 vehicles and pulled guns out to arrest 31 unarmed protesters. So did they really do this shit? Did they pull their guns out and arrest all these people? I don't believe it. Now, these guys they arrested, they're patriots, but look at them. Why do they all got hoods on their faces and hats? Like, what's up with that? I don't understand it. What is going on with that? Like, you know, you almost can't blame them for arresting them in a way. I mean, let's be realistic. These guys look like they're a terrorist group. I mean, if you're really a patriot, should you be dressing with every one of them should have a hood on their face? Like, what? Why is that? Like, why don't they just show who they are? I mean, you know, like this guy's all right. He's got a cowboy hat on. He's showing who he is. But even me, myself, I mean, I'm a patriot, but these other guys standing here, I mean, I got to be realistic. I call it the way I see it. This shit is a little, like, weird, isn't it? It's a little spooky. They all got, like, masks on their faces and the same kind of hats. I mean, what's going on there? So you can't, I don't know. I can't blame the cops for showing up at this scene here. Now, if they were protesting peacefully and they had signs and they didn't have these stupid white things on their faces, making themselves look like a militant or something, then I'd be on their side. But that's a little ridiculous. All right, this guy's fine. Look, he don't got a mask and nothing, you know. Some of them like this guy. But like them guys with the mask on their faces and everything, I mean, it's a little carried away, if you ask me. If you want to go protest and everything, fine. But, you know, don't look like you're a terrorist. I mean, that's what they kind of look like. Let's call it the way we see it right now. Another thing you notice, like CNN is starting to turn on Biden. This Don Lemon, and I think what they're doing, because the elections are coming up, so they're trying to make themselves look like they're not favoring the Democrats and nothing like that, and they're calling out Biden with the inflation and all that shit, because they got no choice. We all know. I mean, look, food has gone up 50%. Let's face reality. Let's stop talking around the bullshit and face it. Food, they're telling you inflation's 8%. 8% of what? What are they putting in there? Like, are they putting like housing in there, which housing's blowing up and it's so expensive to buy a house now? So that brings the inflation level down. Like, they put certain things to get numbers the way they want them. So they rig it all. So they'll put housing in there because housing blew up. And that brings the inflation level down because housing went up. But that's all bullshit. Let's just do food inflation. Okay? Food inflation. Food has went up at least about 50%. I go to the supermarket. Everything is at least 50% higher. Some things have doubled. But, you know, it's not stopping. It keeps going up. Just like gasoline, it passed $5 in Jersey already. And I know in California, it's up to $7, $8. I told you, you're going to pay $10 a gallon. Biden now's crying, telling the oil companies, you got to produce more oil. Like, what are you talking about? You cut all their permits off. They won't let them drill, but yet they're blaming them because they need somebody to blame. This is all like a total crazy story that they're telling everybody. All right? It's like they're lying so much to us that you almost can't even watch it anymore because the lies are it's like shit's coming out of his mouth. Mr. Potato Head President. I mean, I actually smell the shit through the screen. Yeah, Kamala Harris has been appointed head of online harassment. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Begging even to do a job, she don't actually go to work very much. No, they don't like her. So they told Kamala Harris, just stay out of the picture. I think that's the only reason why President Potato Head's still the president. Because they don't want her to be president. I don't know what it is. They just don't like her. And I think even if Biden wasn't here and he passed away, they would do Weekend at Bernie's and make believe he's still alive. They do not want Kamala Harris to become president. They got something with her. I don't know what it is, but they don't like her. And that's cool. The Democrats don't like her. Well, how could you like somebody if they laugh like her? You ever hear her laugh? Her teeth start popping out of her mouth. And she got this like witch laugh or something. I don't know what it is. Energy prices will increase 20% June 1st in Australia. Oh, they went up 20% here already. Pretty soon you're not going to have any energy. They're going to start telling you you got to shut you got to shut everything off by 9 p.m. There's going to be curfews, rollout, blackouts. When you start seeing that happen, then you know we're really getting close to the end game. Because I believe the real plan is when they start shutting our power out, that's when the real chaos is going to happen. Because if you can't get food because it all spoiled because there's no power to keep it, cold like meat and all the produce, what are you going to do? I guess we're all going to be getting a lot of cans of Campbell's beans. 1 second, I got to open my door. Be right back. All right, I had to open the door, get a little air in my house with the smoke. So we got Florida DeSantis boldly bumps heads with Washington after refusing to order these vaccines for kids under 5, keeping Florida kids safe. If Trump, for some reason, doesn't run for president, or he back, because definitely DeSantis is going to run and he's going to win. If he ran against Trump, he would give him a hard time. I mean, I like Trump, but this guy could act more presidential than Trump. But you got to like Trump. He tells you the way it is. This guy does too. I don't think he's going to be a VP with Trump. I think he'll stay governor because VP basically is a position that really isn't that important other than when the VP for, what was his, Michael Pence or Pence, whatever his name was. I hate that guy, so I can't even remember his name, Pence. The only time he had an important thing was when he could overrode the electoral votes, but he didn't. But VP's really like, I don't think this guy will settle for VP. I think he'll stay governor, and then he'll run for president maybe 2028 if Trump runs in 2024 and wins. Christian, I'm in Florida. Actually, I would rather probably be Secretary of State than VP because I think the Secretary of State does a lot more stuff, But I think DeSantis will stay governor. Unless Trump don't run, then he's going to definitely run for president. And I think he'll win if they could stop them from cheating so much. I mean, I think what you can do, I mean, why don't they just block out all the internet connections on all these election places, so they can't go into their machines and Dominion can't start doing their magic. That's what I think they got to do. They got to block the internet out. If they want, they could block the internet out anywhere. I mean, they could block your cell phone reception. Like when they got hostage situations, I don't know if you're aware of this. When the police get to that scene, like let's say there's hostages in a bank, they block out all cellular stuff. Like them guys inside that are holding them, they can't even make phone calls. Okay, they block the internet, they block everything. They can narrow it down by the towers where to block out stuff. So that's another thing for the election. Just block out the internet. Don't worry about if the machines can get internet. If you block it out, they can't get in there anyway. But that would make too much sense. So, let me see what I got. I got some more stuff that I could talk about. I want to pull up a lot of things. But, another thing I was thinking about, we think we're free and all this. And I guess we're freer than, we're not as free as we used to be, but we never really were free. We basically live in some type of military state. Because you think about it. How many laws are there? I mean, think about that. How many laws are there? Here's a little article I'll talk about in a moment. Kyrie Irving. But let's think about this. How many laws are there in this country? Millions? How many people are they putting in jail? We got double the amount of incarcerated people than any place on the planet. I mean, we got double the amount of people per capita, or I don't know if people understand, per, let's say 1,000 people. We got more people in jail than even in Russia. Double the amount, actually. So are Americans that much worse than Russian people? No. Russians don't take no shit, man. It's wild in Russia. They don't play around. There ain't no, like, you could talk shit to people and you don't get your teeth knocked in, because it's still in that way over there. If somebody talks shit over in Russia, you could go outside and fight. All right? Not like over here. Everybody got their iPhones out because they're all scared, but they got big mouths. So it's a little different over there. And why do we got more people in jail here? Because this is what they want to do. We're under medical tyranny. We got stagnant wages. They got these voting machines. Why don't we have paper ballots? There's a reason. Come on. Let's not give them credit. They can tell you whatever they want. They lie to you all the time. That's non-stop lying. IRS is illegal, what they're doing. They can't. We're not supposed to be taxed like that. And then here's the pudding on top of the pudding. Your social security number basically makes you property. Okay? You're like a dead entity. Like, I can't explain this to you because you're going to have to watch a show about it, but it's all about the maritime law. We're like a dead vessel, and they own us. We almost get traded on the commodities. Like, it's insane. If you watch a show about it, you'll understand what's really going on. I was looking at something legal. The word legal. Here, let me show you what the word legal really means, so you kind of understand what's really going on. The word legal, the legal definition of the word legal, okay, is the undoing of God's law. Could you imagine that's the definition in Greek? They broke it down, and the definition of legal means the undoing of God's law. So anytime you're doing something legal, it's illegal. It's the undoing of God's law. And you can look this shit up. I can't make this stuff up. It's so crazy. All right? That's the definition of legal. Could you imagine that we never paid attention to all this stuff? Let's see. I don't know if one of your favorite people is Pelosi. I mean, look at her. She just had an LGBT thing. She was on a show and she was doing like this clap like this. Like this lady is another witch. I mean, they're all witches, these high up politician women. And the men, forget it. They're probably satanic priests. Here's something everybody forgot about. I forgot to talk about this. Now, they got a lot of different pictures. Okay, this happened a couple of months ago. But there is a portal it was over the White House. And this ain't the moon, because there's other pictures. And they're claiming it's, a lot of people saying it's a demonic portal above the White House. So what are the demons coming out and they're going in there and going inside these politicians' bodies and corrupting them? Because that would make more sense to me. Shit, that makes more sense, right? Here's another crazy statistic. So the death rate has gone up since the vaccination, even during the coronavirus. Death rate has gone up from 2019 after the vaccine. So it's gone up 1%, but 1% of, 350 million people is a lot of people. There's 3.5 million people that died extra. Why are these people dying? I thought this magical potion that they're giving everybody's supposed to stop it, but who knows? I got more pictures of that portal, man. I got to show you some of these pictures of that portal over the White House. I found that very interesting. And let me see if I got any more. I had a few of them. Where did I put them? I was cracking up when I seen it. I was like, see, I was right. I was right. And let me see what else I got. So this is another issue here. This is when you know you're in trouble. Biden seizes control over domestic food materials using the Korean War era emergency powers. And let me see what the chat is talking about. So I'm up to here. Global. Florida needs to build a wall. I like that, global. And we got Pops 2024. I'm telling you, man. They would never let somebody like me get in there. They'd kill me. They wouldn't even let me become a congressman. I'd be in there like, forget it. They would make up shit about me and just get rid of me. Like, they would just say some kind of crazy shit, like they would Photoshop something and get me out of there because I would be their worst nightmare. But, you go in there and you start talking about their demons and they're evil, or they're just cold-hearted, black-hearted people, greedy. And I don't know why these people are so bad. Don't they realize that they're going to have to answer to the Almighty God one day? I mean, they gotta answer to somebody. Karma. I mean, no matter what you think, there has to be some type of, karma out there, right? So all these evil people, they're going to get it, man. There's no in between. I just took my hat and my bow tee hole, puckered up, and Doki brick got stuck. Working debts are up by 50%. I believe it. Oh, we got Lop in the house. And just took a hat and my bow tee puckered up. I don't know what that is. Notice the jib, the complications galore. Yeah, it's coming out with the magic potion. There's a lot of stuff coming out. If you look at InfoWars, conspiracy. Well, this guy's showing you documented paperwork from doctors and everything. It's not like he's making this shit up. Yeah, I could work for the cabal. Sure. I'll go in there. I'll make believe, Lop. I'll make believe I'm on their side and I'll infiltrate them all. We need like some real psychotic hitman to get in there and start taking them all out. Yep. All right. So, I mean, this is when you see this is scary because, if he sees he's in control over our domestic food supply. Now, they're going to put 20% ethanol in your gas. Okay. Now, what that is is basically, ethanol is bad for your engine anyway. But how do you get a gallon of ethanol? To get 1 gallon, I think you need like 100 pounds of corn or some crazy number to make 1 gallon. Here, to make 1 gallon of ethanol. Well, how much corn do you need? All right, energy cost, so the energy cost of corn production and conversion to ethanol, 131,000 BTUs are needed to make 1 gallon of ethanol. 1 gallon ethanol has the energy value of 77,000 BTUs. So you're spending 131,000 BTUs because you need electric with the machinery to get 77,000. So you're getting 70% energy, so you're losing 30% for every gallon. And they need something like a couple of 100 pounds of corn, some crazy number. How much to make 1 gallon? How much corn? Let's see. How much corn? 26 pounds of corn to make 1 gallon of ethanol. So here's what happens. Now they're pumping up the ethanol, right? Now we got corn shortages. And what do we need corn for? Look, I could go without eating corn. I don't need corn. But our cattle need corn. All right? All your cattle, chickens, all that, they all eat corn. So if they got no corn to feed them, you're going to have less cattle, less chickens, less pigs. So what does that mean? Food shortage. Very simple. Everything's done with smoke and mirrors, man. These guys they're not geniuses. They're just good liars. And most people don't wake up and see that ethanol is a waste of time. To even make it, of course, you spend more energy to make it than it gives out. So here's another thing. Carolina Panthers add first transgender member to cheer squad. So this is the NFL. That's why I don't watch NFL games anymore. It seems to be that everything is political now. TV, Cartoon Network, I don't care what you're doing, Netflix, the Hollywood, everything. Everything's political now. Everything, they're involved in everything. The NFL now all of a sudden has got a political agenda. They got a transgender member to cheer the squad. I mean, this is the psychoticness that we're dealing with. And I don't care if you're a transgender. It don't bother me. But you don't got to go going crazy about it. Like, I live in Jersey. I go down the street and they got all the rainbow flags all over the poles, but there's no American flags. Now, I went by a house. I'm going to go by there again, and I'm going to videotape it. And they got rainbow everything. The whole fence is a rainbow. They got all these flags and signs. And, I mean, it's a huge house and everything. And nobody bothers it, because if you did do something, forget, they'll put you in jail. But if you seen a house with all American flags around it and doing all that shit, they'll call you a white supremacist. This is the shit that we're dealing with. It's all lies, and we got to stop letting it bother us, because it's really ridiculous. So, yeah, let's see this one. Is this that? All right, I did that one already. I got another chart I'm trying to find. Here's the reprogramming of the pumps, like I was talking about. In Washington, they reprogram to, of course, there's not that extra digit, so they're going to make it $10 a gallon. They're getting ready for it, you know. And they're telling you that they're actually trying to do something. They're trying to do shit. That's what they're trying to do. Even with this monkeypox thing is all bullshit. I don't know. Are they trying to make the movie 12 Monkeys? Because in 12 Monkeys, if you watch the movie, that gets hit with the monkeypox and everybody ignores it. It was no big deal. And all of a sudden it becomes some kind of crazy disease and wipes out most of the world. I don't know what this is. Hospital. All right. So this is the incentive. Hospitals' incentive payment for COVID-19 are about $100,000 per COVID patient. So This is why when even I believe people didn't have it, the hospitals were in on it. They were getting bribed. They were getting $100,000 a patient between the respirator and everything else they put the people on, and the government was giving them a certain amount of money. I mean, this is how evil everything is getting. For you people that weren't on before, do not buy anything at Walmart. All right? I walked into Walmart the other day, and I didn't buy anything. I went in there. I just had nothing to do. It was late at night. I just came out of a Chinese food buffet, and I needed to walk off some of that food. So I walked into Walmart, walked around. I wanted to see if their shelves are empty, and they're not empty. They're packed. So they just pulled My Pillow products from their store. If you're any type of an American that believes in freedom, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, definitely don't go to Walmart no more. All right? This guy's a patriot. This guy wants to get down to the bottom. I mean, he's a little crazy, but he wants to get to the bottom line with all the election shit that happened, and they just keep ignoring him, and they just keep bad-mouthing the guy. But the guy's correct. I mean, anybody see 2,000 Mules? You have to understand, it doesn't matter anymore how much evidence we have. It don't matter. We have zero power. That's it. We got zero power, period. All right? They're doing whatever they want. And, everybody thinks something's going to happen for the good side. I hope it does. And Tony Bruno's in the house. Salute to you. If you want to watch, if you're into the red pill and the black pill and all that, black pill people, go to Tony Bruno and Juanito. And we got Where the Rabbit Hole Exists. If you want to watch some biblical stuff, a little interesting. He has a few rap songs out there too. And Gonna Split Pops. Don't be a stranger, mate. I appreciate you. By the way, if any of you don't know, Global FM, a lot of people from Australia and different parts of the world, but Australia, Canada, and stuff like that are there. So you'll meet some different people, get some different aspects, what's going on throughout the world. I go on their show sometimes. Watched 2,000 Mules a few days ago. Just crazy, although it wasn't much more than Steven Crowder already proved in the election. Fake ID. I agree. I thought it was going to be a better show, to be honest, the 2,000 Mules. But it's just more proof. No matter how much proof we have, it doesn't matter. They're in control. And I don't know how we're going to dig our way out. I got two different theories. It's either going to go one way or the other. And 2024 is going to tell us everything. So here's my theory. If Trump gets in or DeSantis gets in 2024, because it's either DeSantis or Trump. If Trump doesn't run, DeSantis will run. So if one of them get in, that means things are going to start to get better. And all this shit that's happened to us, I hope we learned our lesson. And we never let these people get in there that are evil. Now, if a Democrat gets in there, because I think they want to run that guy, the mayor there, Buttigieg, whatever, he's gay, I think. I think they want to run him for president. The Democrats. I think that's who they're going to pick, okay? This way they could, if they do win, they could say, well, we got the first gay president in office. This is the new thing they want to do. So, if the Democrats get in, it's basically Armageddon time. It's coming. I mean, it's like Revelation. It's here. So, the Democrats get in, it's game over. Now, that don't mean if the Republicans get in, it's going to be any better, maybe, because the Republicans may be the ones that really get the war going down. I mean, because you got to understand, for the people to back a president, okay, they have to want to back him, right? Now, nobody really likes Biden. I would say 70, 80% of the country think he's useless. So if we go to war, the country ain't going to stand behind it. But if you get somebody like Trump in there, most of the country will go through a brick wall for him as long as they get, what they used to have, which was really nothing. I mean, when we really break this down, even when Trump was the president, I mean, there was still a million laws. There was still tons of people going to jail. people think, oh, well, we were making money and everything. The wages were still stagnant. When Trump was president, it was better. But even for the last 50 years, we've been living like in a military state country. I mean, you can't do shit in this country. So let's just face it. Posted stream in my YouTube community. Let it rip, Pops. I appreciate you, Tony. Facts don't matter, 100%. Yep, global, they don't matter anymore. Facts are insignificant. They've been basically lying right to our faces. And I guess if you keep saying the same thing over and over again, you keep lying about something, eventually some people will start to believe it. And then even the people that don't will start questioning it. Like if I told you right now the sky is green, and I told you 1,000 times over and over every day in the news, the sky is green, the sky is green, the sky is green. Eventually, you're going to look up to see if the sky is green because you're going to go, holy shit, everybody keeps saying the sky is green. I got to see what's going on here, right? So that's what they're doing. They just keep, they are relentless, like relentless. They will not stop. They just keep saying the same lie over and over and over and over. It's the devil. Gotta be. The devil loves the lie. He's the master. He's got the tongue of a serpent. So, and all of this shit is so predictable. Yeah, it's so predictable. But when you talk to the average person, private wars, they don't think they think it's all a part of what's going on is like normal. Like I talk to people all the time. I'm gonna go live soon with a camera. I'm going out there. I'm just waiting to get my son's making me shirts, and I'm going to start going live. I'm going to start going interviewing people just to prove to people how much sheeple are still out there. I go to work. There's people still wearing masks. They don't have to wear them. I asked one girl, why are you wearing the mask? You know what she told me? Somebody I work with said, oh, it's style. Now wearing a mask is being in style. So looking like a bandit that people can't even see your face. That's style? Or is it maybe you're so ugly you want to cover your face? I mean, that's another thing. Some people are so ugly, that's why they're wearing a mask. They want to cover their face because they're ugly. But I want to show everybody how much sheeple there are. I'm talking to people. They're like, oh, it's not Biden's fault. It's the oil companies. They're greedy. Yeah, okay. So they cut all the licenses to start drilling. They cut off pipelines. They're doing everything, and it's all it's not Biden's fault. Okay? There's people sticking up for this guy, this potato head that we got. Von Erich. I repeat often enough, it becomes the truth. Yep, that's it. Look. I keep telling people, and we forget about a lot of stuff. Like I was talking before, why hasn't nothing popped up with these biolabs that are in Ukraine? Well, why? What did that just went away? What happened? Now, listen to this. I don't know if people know. They want to send them more money, like another 50 billion or whatever. We just sent them 40 billion. They're putting up another thing to send like another 40, whatever it is, 50 billion, 40, 100 billion. So Ron Paul, the senator, says, oh, you just want to keep sending money, but with the first 40 billion that we send Ukraine, well, we want to have somebody who monitors where the money's going. And he put a bill in so they can monitor where the money's going. They knocked it down. They don't want you to know where the money's going. Are these politicians actually looting America, bringing the money to Ukraine, and it's getting hidden over there somewhere? Like they got all pallets of cash sitting in Ukraine somewhere? I don't know. Where's all this money going? They're telling you it's for weapons. Some of it. And who makes money? The industrial complex makes money on that, so they love it. But where is the money going? Ron Paul said we need somebody that, like a few people that investigate this, where the money's going. And they don't want that. Why don't you want that? And how are they getting away with it? Because they're just making the laws. They're sitting in there in their little gated fortress in Washington. Nobody could go in there. January 6th was 6 months ago. So you're telling me what? They're still scared shit. People are going to have a revolution? Like, why is Washington, D.C. still gated up? Why can't people go walking around over there? Go visit the White House on a tour or go in and see their congressmen or their senators? Why is it all locked up still? Because they don't want you in there. because they know they're going to keep doing shit, passing more crazy laws, and they're getting away with it. How are these people getting away with this shit? When are we able? Why aren't the people the ones who vote on if we want to send $40 billion to Ukraine? I mean, come on. That's insanity. We got people starving here. They said something like a couple of 100,000 veterans are homeless in this country. We got starving children. We got all kinds of shit going on in our country. And I get it. You want to help them a little bit, but let the rest of the world help them too, right? We're sending $40 billion to Ukraine. And now we want to send them more money? That's insane. Totally insane. This is what we're going through. Here we got Kyrie Irving. I like this guy. I didn't know he was, he's a real deal guy. He wouldn't get jabbed, okay? In New York, if you're an employee, you have to have the magic potion. So in Madison Square Garden, he's considered an employee. But the people going to watch the game don't have to have the magic potion. So this guy has to sit the bench every time they're playing in New York in the Brooklyn Nets arena, which it's ridiculous. It's so absurd. The shit that's going on, it don't even make any sense, and they don't care if it makes sense. They want it to not make sense. They want to, and when I say they, it's these rich elite globalists, whoever is in charge. They want to drive you crazy. They want you to get like crazy, like nothing makes sense, but yet it's still going down. And then he says, I thought Mother Earth belonged to the people. Why am I paying to live here? He's right. He's right. And they're giving this guy a hard time. I mean, this is what they do. Let me put that up. I don't know if you people seen what I was talking about with Kyrie Irving. Hold on. Let me put that up there. Yeah. Let me put it up. Yeah. So, I don't know if you've seen that. But, yeah, I mean, it's not ending, man. We got supply issues that are going crazy right now. It's getting worse and worse. 6 months from now, you're not going to be able to get a lot of things. And then they're going to say it's Putin's fault. It's a trucking company's fault. Yeah, okay. We can't get parts to fix the trucks, but it's their fault. Like these 18-wheelers, when they break down now and they need like a fuel pump, they used to get fixed right on the road. Now they can't fix them on the road because they don't have the part. So now the guy's got to take the truck out of service. So if you got 100 trucks and now all of a sudden 20, 30 of them broke down, eventually, they break down on the road. They need a fuel pump or a water pump and you can't get the part. They pulled it in the truck sitting now for 3-4 months waiting for a part because they can't get the parts. So do you think that affects the supply line? Of course it does. Now, Fauci, it's another, I believe these are lies. They're saying that he caught the Corona and he was, he got the magic potion. Why? You really believe Fauci got that magic potion? He never got near that magic potion. Okay, he won't let them stick that in his arm. He knows what it does. But why is he saying he got it? And he disappears for 2-3 weeks. So he's out of the press. Like, nobody can interview him. They can't subpoena him to court, the Senate. Like Ron Paul. You can't even, guy's got the Corona. He could stay home and, he's self-isolating himself. So these are all excuses for them to disappear. He's probably on an island somewhere up in Antarctica. They got probably a nice tropical island in the back of Antarctica that all these elites live on. They all got little, mansions over there. Believe me, there's some shit going down in Antarctica. All right? Let's see what other new information we got. So, we're talking about Putin, and Russia is flourishing right now. Russia went to the ruble. All of Europe has to get the ruble to buy their oil. They don't use the U.S. dollar no more, Russia. Of course, they cut them off, America. They thought they were smart, but they ended up screwing themselves because now the dollar value went down and the ruble went up like 600%. So Russia's money got stronger. So if you want to buy oil from Russia, you got to buy it with rubles. Now, Europe has to go through like a third-party system to get rubles. and pay a commission on getting them. And that's the only payment Russia will take. So they're going to do that to the U.S. So see, already they took that dollar power out of America. You know, the dollar used to be the powerhouse, the petrodollar, and they're wearing it down. Fairfax parents react as board votes on punishments for student misgendering, compelling them to speech. Don't know. This is, by the way, this is the Bill Gates lying network. So I don't know whether you believe it or not. This is just his network. I'm just doing here. GOP get under-tiered after rival wins Trump endorsement. We'll see. China launches. Oh, this is China now. I don't know if you know about it. There's some pictures on this. They just built this high-tech aircraft carrier. We have the most aircraft carriers, but China has a plan now to build. They want to catch up to us. It's going to take them a couple of decades to catch up, but they're building some high-tech shit. They just built it themselves. See, they always had to come to America to build their ships. They would buy our old, but now they're building their own. See, they got the technology now enough. They're doing it themselves now. They got their own shipbuilders. So that's going to be an issue for the future. And let's see if there's anything else. See if there's anything important. Nothing there. Marvel's Dow Turner and cable. It's network. Oh, I watched a movie called Vice. This was the funniest TV show, a movie I seen on Netflix. So it was called Vice, and it was about Dick Cheney. They made Dick Cheney look like he was some type of hero. Now they're going after this guy, Clarence Thomas, good judge. They don't like him. All right, there's nothing really. World War II heritage candidates transfer on meaningless waste of time. Nothing really interesting. And yeah, nothing interesting there. So let's get rid of this. So they have this movie called Vice. It's about Dick Cheney, probably one of the most evil people that ever took office. This guy only cared about making money. He was like another Nixon, if not worse. But them trying to make him look like he was some type of great family man. And maybe he was a decent family man. Who knows? Who cares? This guy's evil, man. This guy started an Iraqi war to make money, you know? So. I was healed from COVID after 2 days without magic potions. Yeah, well, you probably just had a cold. You thought you had COVID anyway, but I watched the show and they said the definition of COVID, if you go, it's C, and then Ovid, they say it's an old Greek word that means sheep. Now, I looked it up, and in Latin or whatever, it's Ovis. It's not Ovid, but they're claiming they changed it because, you know, listen, Google could change anything, right? You don't even know what's truth in there anymore. So they're claiming the word C, the Ovid, O-V-I-D means sheep, and 19 means surrender, the number 19. So it says basically see sheep surrender. That's the real meaning of it. I don't know if it's true, but I looked into it and it's pretty logical. See sheep surrender. Because the sheep are surrendering, right? So see sheep surrender. Let me see if I got any other things. Good. Yep. I got a bunch of shit I write down. We're basically, though, right now still in a bad situation. I think it's going to get worse. And the predator class, let's call them that from now on. Instead of calling them the elites or the globalists, they're the predator class. And they're coming after us, okay? Middle class and the poor people. They're coming after us. The poor people will end up benefiting a lot. But the middle class are getting wiped out, and the predator class wants to take us down, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. Yeah, they're doing a good job of it. We're at war with these guys, the predator class. We the people. And, you know, it's a different type of war now. It's a mind war. All right? They're playing with your mind. They're doing all this shit. If anybody wants to jump on, I'm pretty sure I put the link up there in YouTube. But, yeah, they put all this stuff now. It's a mind war, you know? If you look up Operation Paperclip with the MK Ultra and all that shit, it's a mind war. Let me tell you, if you can, get some EMF protection, get a hat. I got a hat for my son. He sells these type of hats with EMF protection. And I put it on my head, and man, I feel a lot better. There's so much shit going in your brain from all this 5G, 4G. I don't know what it is. All I know is this shit ain't normal. It ain't natural. All right? You know, we never had all this EMF radio waves bouncing all over the place. I walk in a supermarket sometimes. I get a headache because there's so much EMF in the supermarkets with the machines and the internet and everything else. And then, you know, if you live near a pole with transformers and all the EMF come out of that and all these different cables going in, I mean, it's a nightmare. So look into it. If you get a hat or a hood or something, an EMF hood, and put it over your head, you're going to feel more peaceful. Believe me, it works. I put it on my head sometimes, and it's like everything goes away. Like I don't have a headache. I don't feel pressure. Sometimes I feel pressure. There's so much shit out there. The radio waves and all that other shit. I don't, you know, I'm not a scientist, so. At 1% are at war with the, 1% are at war while the other 9% go to hell or whatever they like doing nowadays. Yeah. 1% is going to war with the 99. So where the rabbit hole says they just microwave thousands of cows. Yeah, if you got any links or anything, put them in there. Well, they don't want you to eat beef. See? They don't want you to eat meat. They want you to eat fake meat. So they can put poison and nanobots and shit inside of it. That's what they want to do. Think about that. I got an app that says my broadband underground is 7G. What the hell is that? What does that mean? I got an app that says my broadband underground is 7G. Could you touch up on that a little, and celeb, what you mean by that? I like to know. If you notice, this Ukraine thing ain't going away either. They want this war to last so they could just keep pumping shit. Well, they can make believe maybe they're selling shit over there, and they could just keep funneling more money and more money. They're basically pirates. They're just looting America. And they're looting us nonstop. Wi-Fi. Hell yeah. 7G. Who knows, man? They got so much shit. This predator class is amazing. But I really believe it's spiritual, too. I don't think this is just a war on 3D level. I think it's a spiritual war. And I think the real goal is to erase the Almighty God in the U.S. They want to erase him. So people just don't believe in him no more. You know, just forget about him. He doesn't exist. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. You know, I know there's a lot of issues with the Bible right now going on out there, with the New Testament and even the Old Testament a little bit. Did they change? Did they change what Jesus said, the words he was saying? Who knows what they did? You know, we didn't write the book. Man wrote it. So kind of hard to believe, you know, when the victor writes the truth. Rome wrote, you know, they wrote all the history when they were winning. I mean, you stay in power for 1,000 years. Rome was in power for 1,000 years. Okay, and they're still in power through the Vatican. But you don't think them people write the history? But you really think they're going to be honest? Look at our country. These guys are lying right to our faces on television, looking you straight in the eye, telling you there's no problems. So you don't think for 1,000 years Rome wrote their own history? Of course they did. So maybe they, did what they had to do. I mean, maybe they were in charge of the Catholic Church for a while, with the Pope. There's a lot of shit out there. We don't know, they're hiding a lot of the books with the truth. I believe most of them are in that basement in the Vatican somewhere. They're looting themselves, basically, while loaning their paper out to the sheep, the 98%. Yep, that's what they're doing. Can I get an amen? Evolve 88, you're crazy. So look at this now. I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't know what they're doing. Just craziness. Let me see if I got any other crazy things I wanted to talk about. All right, so we got defiant Putin. Russia will flourish without the West. We know that already. Russia's doing a good job of what they got going on. Biden under fire after saying Joanne Store CFO dropped dead. I don't know. Biden just can't say anything without getting a headline, So they want to distract you, though. Understand everything is a distraction. They want you to forget about a lot of different things. They don't want you to remember anything. They just don't want you to. It's the way it is. So anybody got any questions? Give me a hit. And let's see what we got. Yeah, we got that. Try it. And just for your entertainment. This is really my fantasy right here. I would love to be doing that. And here he is telling you,
I am the chosen one.
So he's telling you he's the chosen one. You don't know what the hell's going on anymore. Oh, man. Who got some questions out there? Let's see. We got Lops out there. What's been going on, Lop? Where you been, man? You been out there doing your thing? Lop. I don't know what happened. Something weird happened. It's like, I don't know. I was pulling up an article about the Rothschilds, and all of a sudden some kind of thing came on the internet telling me about it. I don't know. Some weird shit, man. There's some weird shit going on. There's like some kind of fucking super AI computer like in the movie Terminator going on out there right now. Yeah, I heard about that. Private Wars. I don't know. We'll see. He's going to come back from the dead. That'll be really funny. So here you go. Thanks to the news, the Bible thing, don't buy any with a printed date of 2022 or newer. China 4 years rewriting version where Jesus is stoned. You were there twice in Frozen. Yeah, it's weird, man. I was putting on something about the Rothschilds, and all of a sudden my computer froze up, and then some alert came on my computer and said, "We're watching you." Like I swear this shit just happened. I'm gonna go on that site again. Hold on. I gotta go find it. I want to see where the hell it is. It was some weird shit just happened. Another thing they're trying to do, they're trying to push the UFO shit. I don't know why. Pentagon, new UFO office, worrisome UFOologist. What the hell's a UFOologist? I mean, really, give me a break. What the hell are you people talking about? They're even talking about crazy shit. I don't know. Some crazy shit going on. And here. Where is that? I swear, I was putting on this article. And, no, that's not it. I don't know. I was putting on an article about the Rothschilds, and my computer just came alive. Like something came in my computer and went, "Oh, you're not supposed to talk about that." Oh, here. I was putting this on. So, privacy and information, close. And hide it. I don't care about you. They're closing this one. So, I don't know. They're coming out with all kinds of shit. They're monitoring your cookies. They do everything, man. I don't want you to breathe. We live in so the Rothschilds are Jesuits. That's what they're claiming. Two Babylons. The real power structure. The Treaty of Paris of 1763, designated by King George III, Arch-Treasurer and Prince-Elect of the Holy Roman Empire. And according to Encyclopedia Judicia, whatever it is, the Rothschilds bear the title Guardians of the Vatican Treasury. All right. So the Vatican Treasury, what the hell happened here? I don't want you to talk about this shit. This is what they're doing. They got this shit crazy. Okay. So, the Vatican Treasury, of course, holds the imperial wealth of Rome. Imperial wealth grows in proportion in victories in war. As the Jesuit empowerment regime militant escalates, implies the church at war is more necessary than the church at peace. According to H. Russell Robinson, Illustrated Armor of Imperial Rome. The appointment of Rothschild gave the Black Papacy absolute final privacy and secrecy. Who would ever search a family of Orthodox Jews for the key to the wealth of the Roman Catholic Church? Some crazy shit. I could sit there all day, talk about it. Seldom is it mentioned that the Rothschilds, along with other Western bankers of industrials, financed the rise of Hitler as the bulwark against the Soviets. The ultra right-wing falsely describes the Rothschilds as Jewish bankers, when in fact they are interwoven with the Catholic Church and jointly the traditional mafia and the American CIA, and locked with the Vatican Bank, which was pro-Nazi. So, I mean, you know, these are gangsters. Listen, this country right now is being run by gangsters. There's no in between. They're showing you that they have all the power, and that's the bottom line. Do you know that the Queen of England is the biggest landowner in the world? She owns 1/6 of all the land on this whole planet. How is somebody own that much land? How many hundreds of trillions are they worth? They own 1/6 of all the land. That isn't like, it's insanity to even think that one family could own 1/6 of all the land in the planet. Trollbot, wait, Niceb. Who's the Trollbot, Niceb? Whack him. Just tell me who the Trollbot is. Oh, this guy here. We'll block him. Yeah, he's talking about bullshit. The Bible was corrupted long ago. Yep. Well, something's up. Who's the Wolver 88? I don't know. Do I got a bunch of trolls coming on? I got a bunch of trolls coming on my channel. Like, you guys got nothing better to do with yourselves to bother ye little old YouCantFoolPops? Am I that important? I care not what the puppet is placed upon the throne of England to rule the empire on which the sun never sets. This is the man who controls Britain's money supply, controls the British Empire, and I control the British money supply. Ha ha! Yeah, bar. Just to show you some craziness. Now, I don't know if you know anything about law. So the definition of bar is British Association Registry or some shit like that. So why would American lawyers have to be part of a British Association registry called the bar, which basically runs the law in the United States? Because if you're not part of the bar, you can't be a lawyer in the United States. So how is that possible? I would like somebody to explain that to me, which I just found out. I never knew that that's what the word bar meant. Man, I got another troll coming in. I think this is the list of trolls. Anybody see my fat dog sleeping over there in the corner? That's the Sam. That's Sammy boy. He's a fat dog. And let's see what else we could talk about today. We got so much shit we could talk about. It's ridiculous. The world, as we know it, is going into a chaotic spin. There is no doubt about it. And let's see what other comments we got. What a troll. Yep, lot, definitely. And yep. Let me see if I got any more subjects. Tomato and cheese pie. How to make spaghetti pie. Who wants to know how to make spaghetti pie? Man, this shit looks delicious. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I got to make one. It ain't going to be hard for me to make. I just got to do it. And let me see. I'm going to show you some spaghetti pie. Let's get into some food here. So this is what it looks like, man. This shit looks good. Man, I'm dying to eat that thing. I made one time when I was at my son's. I made like it was like a square spaghetti pie type of dish. Came out pretty good. But damn, man, they get me hungry looking at this stuff. Look at this. Nice melted gravy with meat in it, and you put it on the pan. Spaghetti pie. I guess I saved that. I kept it in my... Let's look at what's going on here. Let's go to conspiracy theory. Let's see what Alex Jones is talking about. We must use jujitsu tactics to save America. Tune in. Yeah, they're talking about the January 6th thing so much. It's crazy. Germany to make mask mandates permanent every winter. There you go. That's all bullshit. This guy ain't in it. They're just lying. This is the real scary thing if they worked on this shit and they get this, man, if they pass this digital currency, Oh boy, that's the mark of the beast. You ain't gonna be able to do shit unless you go get that chip put in your arm. So, Guala drops massive truth bomb and the FDA. Let's see what that's about. Regarding massive safety signals connected to the experimental magic potion. Let's see what else we got. We got anything good? And WikiLeaks blast UK decision to extradite Assange to US dark day for president. America frontline doctors found the sentence to jail for entering Capitol. You can't even walk in. They invited them in and they walked in and they made a big deal of it. But yet in Portland, they were burning down buildings and destroying, a couple of hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage to all kinds of buildings. That was okay. Trojan horse. Fake conservatives show support for red flag gun laws. Yeah, they're gonna be fighting forever to get that, but they chip away. They get one little gun law passed. You're not allowed to carry a magazine that has more than like 8 bullets. Then it'll be something else. You're not allowed to have an AR-15, and they just keep nibbling. They got a lawsuit, Beyond Burger, the fake vegetable meat that they want you to eat instead of eating real meat. But, the cows are farting. They're ruining the atmosphere. Well, the more carbon we got, the greener the planet gets because the trees love carbon. So the more carbon, the better our soil gets. Now, there is pollution. That's a different story. But carbon is carbon. So the more carbon, the better. And they want to get to zero carbon because they want to kill the planet. I got a lot of trolls coming here today. I guess I'm real famous. I guess Pops hasn't been on in a while. We got Trinity Trails Ninja here. If anybody you know who he is. Oh, let me add him in. I didn't even see him.
What? You don't even know who he is?
No, I said people don't know who you are.
Oh, hell yeah.
He does a lot of stuff with
Asshole was trolling me. Some potato out there was telling me something happened to you. I was like, what? Yeah.
I just took a couple of weeks off to rest my brain. It's not.
Some potato was telling me that earlier. They got Pops.
Yeah, they took me away.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, if they come after me, then it's game over. Like if they're looking for me with the measly amount of subscribers I have, which I should have way more, then they got a problem. I mean, what do I got? I don't even think I hit 300 subscribers yet. I should have 3,000. But
I was at Denison's, and then some chimphead in the chat there was talking about you. Said, I don't know.
I have a lot of trolls coming in today. Like, I mean, a lot. Like I had so far about 4 or 5 of them. I don't know why they're bothering little old me. I got 270 subscribers. I probably should have like 2,000. But, YouTube just keeps taking them away. Every time people subscribe to me, the next day I wake up, I got less than what I started with. So I don't even care anymore. But, yeah, I took like, I don't know, about 2 weeks off at least. My last show was about 3 weeks ago, it says. So it's getting kind of like, I can't explain it, Ninja. I mean, I'm just talking about stuff and people just are still brain dead.
It's hard to wake up from that coma.
Yeah, I think there's really a magic spell or some shit. I really believe that they've actually done some kind of satanic magic spell.
It's a ritual to put cognitive dissonance on the masses.
Yeah, I really believe it now. I believe that there's something going on that is making people, because I talk to people, they can't even explain to me why. You know, I'll ask somebody something simple like, why are you still wearing that mask? And they won't even say, well, I'm still scared of getting COVID. I mean, they won't even say that. So that's not the reason. So, you know, if that's not the reason, why are you wearing it? I had one girl tell me.
It's like their security blanket, you know?
Yeah, I wear it for fashion, she said. I said,
Or
for
wear
fashion.
like Linus had his blanket, you know?
I said, maybe you're so ugly. That I swear, I says, are you ugly? Is that why you're covering your face? Because think about it. If you're ugly, you might as well wear a mask, right?
I mean, shit, it'll help you out.
Yeah. Like I've seen you'll see a hot girl with like her body. She got a nice body and she got a mask on. So now you got to see what her face looks like. You imagine you pick her up, you take her home, you get home and her face looks like a train wreck. Yeah. So it's crazy.
Save you from a little bit of butterface.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what that chimp head's name was, but he was like, man, they took Pabs out. I was like, oh, shut the fuck up. If you know him, then you would have known. And I was like, what? It's not like we talk every fucking day, man. I just show up and give Pop support, you know, because I like that he speaks about the truth.
Yeah,
like, shit.
saying
I'm glad
that
to hear that you took a little break to get your, you know what I mean, for your health, for your family, for you know what I mean. Just get little things prioritized, bud.
Actually, I was just playing video games. Like,
well, hell yeah, that too. You know,
I was playing the new Diablo Immortal, killing demons in Digitalville.
Well, there you go.
I was demon hunting.
There you go.
Democrats want to drag queens in every school to protect the children. How is that protecting them?
Fuck.
See, the inventory is getting wiped out. I keep saying this, like, you know, we still think everything's good and dandy. But the inflation now is actually, they're saying that the inventory is getting bigger, like in certain types of things, like Target. Let's say you're selling TVs and you're selling radio. Nobody's buying anything anymore. They're just worried about eating and buying food.
Well, yeah, right. I'm worried about food more than getting anything special.
I mean, if you got a TV that works, you're better off taking that $300, $400, $500 and go buy food and sit on it, because
rice,
the TV ain't gonna feed you when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah, but that rice will.
Yes. So people are more worried about food than they're worried about having a TV, which is good. That's good news.
Pops, love you to death, man. I'm glad you're up here. I'm glad you're looking through the articles and sharing the truth, man. I wish I had a little more time, but I just stopped up to show you some love. You know what I mean?
Claim thousands of cattle dying from climate change. My son says they got microwaved. 3,000 cows died over the weekend in Southwest Kansas. So, see, they got these weapons up there that they could just like kill shit, and I think that's what they did over there. You remember?
They might have.
You remember, like 30 years ago, 40, they would show you, like in the 50s, like they would find a whole herd of like animals, all microwaved.
Oh yeah, the cow mutilations.
And they would blame UFOs. Well, that was just weapons that we had up there, and we were experimenting. That's what it was.
Okay, fuck.
That's what they're doing now. I mean, like, we all think, well, you know, they can't destroy all the cattle like in like the red states, right? Because you're saying, well, you know, they're not liberal and all that, but they'll just microwave them.
Pops, I want to leave you on a good note, man. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Yep.
Like,
how's your show doing? How's your show been doing?
You know, it's fun. It's fun. I like
doing the trucks and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I just did a weed review a second ago at the dispensary. Actually, I just got off of that. But yeah, I wanted to do a couple things, and then I got to attend to real life, get food done, and then yeah, do my thing. You know what I mean? But I definitely wanted to stop in and say hi to you. Definitely, I've been missing you. I've been missing your show. So
I'm gonna, you know, you got to have the energy to do this stuff. People don't realize. I mean, and you know it. You after a while, it wears you out, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
Especially if I take time off and do other things. You know, especially when YouTube's sabotaging you. It's a little, you know, you get like to the point where, what am I doing this for? But I'm gonna start going out there live. That's my
You
new
get a
thing I'm
little
gonna do.
traction and then you get shot in the foot. No, it don't feel very good. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm buying a camera, like a I'm gonna buy just like a little camcorder, and I'll get like a wireless mic where I can hand it to the people, you know, and I'm gonna start interviewing people. A
Hell
lot.
yeah. I
Like
love that.
I gotta show everybody. I want to show everybody how many sheeps there are out there. It is way more than you think.
You're going to get a lot of views on it, Pops.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there.
though, I got to cook this food and take care of
All
these
right.
babies,
Well,
and
you
then I'll
go
be
do what
on
you
a little
do.
later.
Yeah,
Much love, bud.
thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, take care. Yeah, so we got to show everybody how much sheep there is, you know. And I'll be right back. Yep, so that's the way it is. My fat dog. Where's my fat dog? He wants to go eat. Look at my fat dog. So, you know, I'm going to probably end this show now. Just wanted to put it out there, let everybody know that I'm still alive and breathing. If anybody has any questions before we go, definitely give me a holler right now so I can help you out. Keep rolling, Matthew 22:39. Love thy neighbor. They are living. Keep rolling, Jose. Keep rolling, Jose. Not a bad idea. Let's see. Biden refers to. I'm just reading headlines. So the White House is demanding oil companies be patriots, produce more gas. Could you imagine? They cut all their leases off on lands, all their licenses to drill, and now they want to blame them. So it's just a game. The oil companies are in on it. They're just like, yeah, blame us. What do we care? They're going to charge you whatever they want for the oil anyway. I mean, you think the oil companies care if you're blaming them? Like, they don't care. Blame me. You can blame Pops all you want. Blame me. What's the difference? As long as I'm making tons of money, right? All righty. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for showing up. And I don't know if I'll put a show on later on tonight or tomorrow. I don't know when my next show will be. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. And anybody, you know, I always like to leave on a good note. So let's see if I got anything I can play here with a little positiveness, you know. We need to be positive. But you have to wake up because it's very important that everybody wakes up. Our nation is getting destroyed little by little, and we need to see it. And if you can't see it, you know, you got to have that renegade mind. This is the thing I always tell people. Let me see if anybody got. Last time me and Jose spoke, he did another troll, more trolls, and more trolls. And make sure you all smash that like button for me. I appreciate it. And I'm going to play something here and play this before we end the show. Here we go.
If you're not controversial in a world that's utterly insane, then it's time to find a mirror and ask why. If a world that's insane doesn't see you as insane, you should find a mirror and ask why. The idea is to show people that they don't need to follow anyone, they need to follow themselves and become their own center of constructing their perception. What you can do is help that process by the information you put out there. Renegade mind, what is that? Well, you can have a critically thinking mind, and you can put dots together and you can see something and you can see what's happening. But a critically thinking mind that can see it, or at least some of it, won't necessarily do anything about it. It might still conform in fear of not conforming. A renegade mind will never do that. A renegade mind is a critically thinking mind, a constantly questioning mind, a not taking anything on face value mind without checking it out, especially if it comes from authority. It won't be intimidated into cooperating with tyranny, because the renegade mind has self-respect. Self-respect is the state of being that has ended every single tyranny in human history, because it's self-respect that says, no, I'm not cooperating. My self-respect won't allow it. It's all a psychological operation. And they want your self-respect. A renegade mind will never give it to them. But they want your self-respect because they know that once your self-respect has been handed over, there's nothing left. What's left with you then is submission. That's all that's left. And this is why, in the psychological game, they put monumental morons, people like Biden, people like Johnson, people like Daniel Andrews in Victoria, Australia, and other leaders in Australia. They want you to see it. And they want you to see all the contradictions in what these morons are telling you to do. They want you to see them, because if you can see that a moron is telling you to do something, and you can see that what they're telling you to do has no basis in common sense or science, but you still do it, they've got your self-respect. And all that's left is submission. And a renegade mind will never hand over its self-respect. Never. I'll die first. And I willingly die first. And they can't intimidate me because I'm unintimidatable, because I'm not frightened to death. That's the renegade mind. If you don't see what's going on and refuse to cooperate with it, by very little time from now, you, your kids and grandkids are going to be living in a global fascist dictatorship of total 24-hour surveillance control. If you don't want that to happen, get off your frickin' ass.
All righty. Well, I just want to thank everybody once again for tuning in, and may the Almighty bless you and your family, and Pops out.